What is up, my friends? You are very welcome along to today's Anfield Agenda news roundup. We're going to be having a chat about what to expect regarding the contract renewals for Virgil van Dijk, for Trent Alexander-Arnold and Mohamed Salah. We're going to be giving you the latest on Liverpool's search for a manager and a few other bits and pieces along the way. As always, though, we want to know your thoughts, my friends, in the comment section. Do please drop a like on the video if you enjoy it, and most importantly, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. The countdown to 250,000 subscribers has officially started, and we'd love to do it as soon as possible. So look, let's get into the big news of the day. Football Insider have said that Liverpool are planning to undergo fresh contract talks with Mohamed Salah, Virgil van Dijk and Trent Alexander-Arnold. Sources have claimed that the outlet that the trio are open to extending their deals with Liverpool, which currently are set to expire in 18 months. It has also been said that talks are expected to open once a new manager and sporting director have been appointed. Now, a couple of things about that. Great to hear that the club want to sit down and negotiate with the three lads, but I have to admit I'm a little bit concerned if we're going to have to wait till the end of the season. You know, lots of reports over the past day or two, some of which I'll go through in a moment, have said that Alonso is not going to give an answer until the end of the campaign. And I don't think we can wait that long. Because let's say, for instance, we do wait and Alonso agrees a new deal or agrees a deal at Liverpool and he becomes the manager in the summer. Then we suddenly have a race against time to get 3 contract renewals sorted out, for Alonso to assess the squad and then to negotiate on potential players coming in to join the team. It's a lot of work, as well as, of course, a pre-season that would have to get done in a relatively short amount of time. And as I've mentioned many times over the last few months on the channel, every week that goes by now with Verge, with Trent and with Mo, the leverage changes in the situation as it gets closer to them entering into the final year of their deal. It becomes more worrying for us. So I hope that we get an announcement on the managerial appointment soon. I know people will say Alonso was a job to do at Leverkusen or whatever, but I think if you could get it announced and let everyone get back to work till the end of the season, and then the club can start looking at the sporting director position and certainly giving a better assessment to what we can expect from a new manager coming in. But most importantly, on these 3 players' renewals, for me, the only one of the 3 of them that I think deserve a pay increase or should even be negotiating a pay increase is Trent. Whatever way we think about Virgil van Dijk and Mohamed Salah, their best days are behind them. That doesn't mean they don't still have a huge part to play and they can contribute to the team. But for Virg and Mo, I certainly wouldn't feel comfortable with Liverpool giving them pay increases. I don't think they've earned it. I think Mo deserves the contract he's on, and I've no issues with him being the highest paid player at the club. He deserves to be. But I don't think a 2-year extension with a pay increase is warranted. That's my own personal opinion on it. But of course, would love to know what you guys think. Moving on now to the situation with the managerial search. So Matt Law has said Xabi Alonso is the overwhelming favourite to take over from Jurgen Klopp at the end of the season. And I think, you know, I'm often asked, if it's not Alonso, who would you like it to be? Honestly, there isn't anybody. You could make an argument for De Zerbi, and I'm sure he'd do a decent job. You could make an argument for Nagelsmann, Hansi Flick, even Tuchel perhaps if he was to depart Bayern Munich. But the 3 German names I've mentioned there would all just feel like inferior versions of the German manager that we're losing. So for me, none of those 3 or Joachim Löw would be anyone I'd be interested in. It's Alonso or bust for me at this moment in time, and maybe I'm just too short-sighted, I don't know. But Ruben Amorim's an interesting one. There's been talk this week that Barcelona are interested in him, but that it would cost €30 million to buy him out of his deal with Sporting Lisbon. Now, that's a lot higher than the £17.1 million that had been mentioned over the last couple of weeks. But either way, you're talking about a fairly significant amount of money there for anybody to have to pay. And if Barcelona are in the financial mess that they're in, do they have that much money to cough up? And would you take Ruben Amorim at Liverpool if Xabi Alonso was adamant that he wasn't moving? Because remember, their sporting director, or one of their CEOs I think it is, has said that they expect Alonso to be at Leverkusen next season. I don't, but maybe he knows something we don't. Moving on to Ange Postecoglou for a moment. Again, Matt Law said Spurs are extremely confident that Ange Postecoglou will not leave the club for Liverpool. I never thought he would, to be fair. I never really seen him mentioned as a serious candidate. I think Liverpool would know that he's got a job to do with Spurs. Daniel Levy's a very difficult, tough negotiator, and they know they've got a good manager on their hands. So not surprised at all to read that. Didn't really expect Ange Postecoglou to be in the mix but maybe in the future, maybe after Alonso, you never know. Goal of the month update, and the good news is that Conor Bradley's goal against Chelsea has won Liverpool's goal of the month. Congratulations to Conor Bradley. Fantastic goal and a fantastic performance for the young man. We're all obviously looking forward to him coming back into the squad whenever, of course, he's able. You know, what he's gone through with his family, losing his father is an incredibly difficult situation, but a small bit of good news and what must have been a very difficult time for young Conor Bradley and his family. So congratulations, Conor, on winning the goal of the month for your goal against Chelsea. A very deserved winner as well, I think we'll all agree. And finally, ladies and gentlemen, a question that a lot of you had asked about the blue card system. What would happen if a goalkeeper was to receive a blue card? Well, the answer is, if a goalkeeper receives a blue card, teams will be forced to pick between putting an outfield player in goal or making a permanent substitution under the planned sin bin trials. So for me, look, I hope this idea just doesn't get off the ground. I understand the concept of it, but I think in practice it would be an absolute mess. And as many managers, pundits and football fans have said, let's not make it too convoluted. Let's not confuse people even more so. The card system that's been in place in football since day dot between yellow and red works perfectly fine in my opinion. Yes, we want to stamp down on dissent in the game, but I think the yellow cards should be enough of a warning if the referees just keep dishing them out, and people will eventually start to listen. Nobody wants to see sin bins brought in. It's absolutely nonsense in my opinion, and I think in the opinion of most football observers worldwide. The other little bit of news this week is we just wait to see if Mohamed Salah will be available for selection for the game against Brentford coming up. We do have a 12:30 kickoff this week, which is a normal week, absolutely fine with a half 12 kickoff when there's no international football. But we do need Mo back, in my opinion. I think it's going to be a difficult fixture. We know going to Brentford at the best of times is hard, but we have a chance to put down a marker again this weekend and get our job done nice and early, stay at the top of the Premier League table and put the pressure back on Manchester City and Arsenal and tell them to come and chase us. So for me, my friends, that's the end of this news video, but we will be back tonight at 8:30 and we're going to start counting down, of course, to the game against Brentford at 12:30 on Saturday. If you haven't hit the subscribe button, please do. Don't forget to drop a like on the video, but most importantly, we here at Anfield Agenda want to know your thoughts on the subjects we spoke about today. Do you think the next manager will be Alonso? Are you okay if Liverpool wait till the end of the season to appoint him? And what would you do right now if you were Liverpool regarding the contract of Mohamed Salah, Trent Alexander-Arnold, and of course club captain Virgil van Dijk? Over to you, my friends. We'll catch you later on this evening. Thank you for watching. Have a wonderful day, and we'll catch up soon. Bye bye.